Pelicans poop in a tropical breeze. Babies just poop any place that they please. Everybody's pooping all day long. That's why we sing the pooping song. Pooping, pooping, everybody's pooping around. But the big boys and the big girls are pooping in the potty. And then we hear a happy sound. Flush. The end.
It was a good story.
It is a good story. I guess we should maybe get started, huh?
I suppose. Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to
MPL Insider
Beyond the Books
with
Tim
and Emily.
Hey, welcome. By the way, in case you haven't heard of this book that we featured, it's
put it in front of my face.
I'll put it.
Oh,
Nope. There's absolutely no. Nope.
Here, try this.
Oh wait,
there
I got
we go.
it. It's the Poop Song, which is available in Youth Services, the Children's Department.
Yep, in Picture Book City.
Yep, and this was just one of 5 books that we had a very hard time deciding which poop or barfing book should we go with.
Yeah, it was
because
hard.
I know stories about poop and barf relax you before we go on air.
They do. They always do.
Just in general?
Yeah.
In your life period?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you.
What's your favorite pooping story?
Oh,
besides this one.
No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear
TMI?
That. Probably.
Well, I hate, not that necessarily plugging other shows, but if anyone gets a chance, plugging. Interesting choice of words, right? I don't know. I think we're okay to say that on air. I'm pretty sure. But if people didn't get the chance yesterday to watch Coffee on the Coast with Lynn and Tina talking about the Nerdle Patrol coming up, and they actually did a ukulele sing-along for Earth Day. It was a great episode. If you get an opportunity, check out the Coolest Coast Facebook page. It's archived on there, and it's just
and if you see Lynn, let her know you want to hear Freebird.
Yes, she loves Freebird.
Yes.
It's her go-to song, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you could tell. She was super comfortable with the request. But, speaking of Lynn, who is a rock star now.
Yes.
So what music are you listening to these days?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, I don't listen to a lot that I like anymore because as we talked, I think it was in our last episode about our kids or one of the other episodes, I get to listen to a lot of what he likes. And right now, his favorite song is, he's got 2 favorites. Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, and then Van Halen.
Knows what that's about? I don't think I need to play the bumper yet, but no. And Van Halen?
Yes. The song specifically called Humans Being, and it's featured in the movie Twister, which is his favorite movie. So we watched that on repeat, and we listened to those 2 songs on repeat. So I don't get to do anything out of my own enjoyment anymore.
Oh, wow. Devin did listen to her things, like Baby Beluga and stuff like that, of course. But early on, Mara and I wanted her to get into our music. So from when she was a baby, we would dance with her to this band called the Philosopher Kings and the Gypsy Kings. Okay. I guess we had a Kings theme going. And then when she was a little bit older, I immediately got her into Outkast.
Oh, nice.
And we danced around the living room to I Like the Way You Move, but more importantly, My Chemical Romance.
Oh.
So I turned my 2-year-old, 4-year-old into a teenage emo girl, and I was already a teenage emo girl.
You've been for a long time. Yep.
I have been. So it's all worked out. So I guess you don't go to concerts all that much lately anymore.
Yeah, well, not recently. We're going to one in May in Chicago. It's a band called Finch. They're
Finch.
kind of they are doing like a reunion thing for an album that's like the 20th anniversary of the album. I can't remember, but they were a band I listened to in high school, kind of like pop punk emo.
Okay.
You know, they were just
was there a song
fun.
I know? Because I'm kind of
What It Is to Burn.
What?
What It Is to Burn.
No.
You would know if I played it for you. You'd know.
Okay, well, when we're done, you can play it for me.
What about you?
I have 3 shows coming up. Actually, I'm going, and I've also reached the age where I'm not afraid to go to concerts by myself.
Ooh, that's brave. Yeah.
It is kind of brave, but it's not like when I almost had to go see Fall Out Boy by myself because Mara got sick, and I decided no, I'm not going to go because it would have been. At that point, a guy in his 40s and a lot of teen girls. And it's really an episode of To Catch a Predator. So I avoided that situation and just ate the money. But I'm going to see Ben Folds.
Awesome.
And we're going to see Bon Iver in Madison.
Awesome.
And I'm on a waiting list to see the Foo Fighters. So I don't know about that one. And then what I'm really looking forward to in September on my wife's birthday, and she's not coming with me because I'm the lonely guy who goes to concerts by himself, but I got permission. I'm going to see Nick Cave at the Riverside. And I'm really looking forward to that because I've wanted to see Nick Cave for a long time. So,
well, if you get off the waiting list for Foo Fighters, and those are for the VIP tickets,
that
right?
is true. It's just such a long concert.
I'm just going to cry every day because I'll be jealous.
Well,
I mean, I've seen them, I think, almost 10 times.
Well, when Dave comes back to the VIP section, I'll take a picture with him and send it to you. Yeah. And it won't be Zach this time. Long story, but I tried to pass up a friend of ours as Dave Grohl, and she's like, "Why do you keep taking pictures of Zach?" It's like, what do you mean? So, anyway, what's your favorite concert you've seen before we get into library stuff?
Probably 21 Pilots.
See, I've heard great things, and I've never seen them.
Yeah, they're super energetic. I mean, it's 2 guys running all over the place, and it's just really fun.
That's super cool. It's a tie between Queen with the original lineup, so back, because I'm
back like 100 years ago.
Back in the 80s, back when dinosaurs still roamed the earth, and then LCD Sound System.
Ooh, that would have been a fun one.
And it was at the Eagles, and they actually had good sound. Wow. It was so weird, but I love shows. I'm probably always going to keep going. So, all right, well, maybe since we're a library, technically, what do you think? Should we talk about some library stuff?
Probably.
All right, that sounds like a good idea. So, there's something at the library. Emily's going to talk a little bit about it just because she's a little bit more familiar with it than I am because she works a service desk. And I do not. But something that we have that people don't really know about that much is
laptop checkouts.
Laptop checkouts. So
it says new, but it's not quite new. It's been rolled out for a bit, but basically it's a laptop that you can check out for in library use. So you can't take it home with you, but you can use it in the library. You get a 2-hour time limit. All you have to have is a Manitowoc Public Library card in good standing, which means just not blocked with fines or anything. And you can use it for up to 2 hours. And we've got this cool little kiosk that you can just go and I think, Tim, you have a picture of the kiosk.
Do you think people would like to see that at this point?
I think they might want to see it.
Okay, I'll bring that up now then. There it is.
You just basically scan your card. There's like a little touch screen thing to the left of the laptops. You scan your card under there. Just follow the prompts on the screen, and then you pull the laptop out, and you're good to go.
And they're available for in-library use only, correct?
Yep. Can't take home.
But you still can hook up to the internet and everything.
Yep. You can send things to our printer.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, one of the things people always here, well, at least that's my plan. Okay, I actually did. I brought us back. So, one of the things we sometimes hear from people who would like to see our virtual programming, but they don't have a computer at home and they don't know how, or they can't figure out how to get on. Mm-hmm. Mainly, I think it's because they don't have online service. Yeah. You can always come to the library, even though it seems weird, check out one of these laptop computers, head to a study room or a corner, bring some earbuds or headphones with you, and you can watch the virtual programs that way. It's just a real easy way to go about doing it. And if you want to watch it live, I mean, everything's archived, but if you want to watch it live.
Yeah, no, that's a great point.
So that's something that we figured we'd bring up that not a lot of people know about. Another thing we wanted to bring up was, you may remember on the first episode of this show, our guest was the lovely and talented Therese Horsegetter. Mm-hmm. Yep. And she wrote an article for Sea Hafer News. We're plugging everything today. It's like we should be sponsored. So if anyone's listening, and a big shout out to all the 12-year-olds out there. We did want to shout out to the 12-year-olds that may be watching along today, right? I mean, because they're an oft overlooked demographic, the key 12-year-old demographic. So hi, 12-year-old. But Therese wrote this great article about what may or may not be happening at the library during April. And once again, I'm going to take us out of the picture so that you can see this, but these are some of the things that that Therese brought up that may or may not be happening at the library currently. And this would be, I believe, Cereal Heaven, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Therese brought up that in our seed library, we have cereal seeds for you to grow your own cereal. And that every once in a while you come across a magical one that grows a cereal stalk.
Yep. That takes you to
Cereal Heaven.
Yeah.
And another thing that she brought up in here was
Cuts for Mutts.
Cuts for Mutts. We're changing our teen scene into a
pet hair salon.
A puppy hair salon. And I mean, look how sharp every animal is in here. And I believe we are not afraid to give puppies
a little bubbly,
maybe sparkling cider. I don't know. I didn't take the picture, but that's another thing that Therese brought up in her article. And this was one thing, I can't remember if it was in or not, but Emily, can you talk about this just a little bit more?
Oh yeah. So you may or may not have heard or seen that we are currently getting our roof replaced. And one of the things that they are working on right now is a landing strip for skydivers. The library is actually offering anyone who can successfully make it down that landing strip without getting eaten by the people-eating seagulls, right? Did I say that right?
Yep, that's correct.
You'll get your fine waived for the rest of your life. So it's just a new challenge that we're offering at the library. We think it could be a really fun, great thing. Encourage it for all ages too. Yeah.
I mean, you're never too young or too old to skydive and dodge man-eating birds.
Yeah. And then make it down the slide.
Make it down the slide. Yeah. But, you know, it's a challenge, but it's worth it, especially if you have a lot of overdue.
Yeah.
You know, so
just be, prepared for that once the roof is done. This is a really exciting new addition.
Yeah, that is a very good point. And this article, if you would like to read it in its entirety, and we do recommend reading start to finish. I should mention that popped up on Sea Hafer News on April 1st, but here's the URL. I'm sure everyone can just write that down. Just write it down as it's going. And it's on Sea Hafer News, so you should be able to. Honestly, that's more than enough.
Just get rid of it.
I think we should just get rid of it. There we go. I was worried I couldn't turn it off. One thing before we bring our guests for this week on that I would like to mention is, if you have any questions or comments as you're following along, either on YouTube or Facebook, just type them into the comment section, whether it's for Stacey or our guest that's coming up, or for us, just type them into the comments and we'll get to them later in the show. And so speaking of, it's interesting that you brought the roof up. It's almost as if we intentionally planned this out.
We planned it.
Almost. It's very close to it. It's time to bring our guest for the week on. And without further ado,
Mr. Stacey
Bialek. And let me change that background. I don't want be careful.
Actually, I don't know. I kind of like the background.
Should I keep it there?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't it a little distracting? I think it's a little distracting.
Seagulls,
because we want to see Pallet Jack.
That's true.
As he is also known at the library. Hello, Stacey.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, matey. So I believed until just recently that you were the facilities manager at Manitowoc Public Library.
Yes, I currently am. That's my official title.
But don't you have a different name? Don't you have a different function? I heard that management decided to switch up what you were doing.
No, actually, this is unbeknownst to the general public. I'm also known as the paranormal facilitator.
Now, what on earth does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Well, Tim, basically, when patrons take out materials from the library, like books or CDs or DVDs for movies, they bring them home. Those books and the DVDs and the CDs, they elicit emotions. So if you bring home a crime novel, it's got jealousy and envy and anger. If you bring home a spooky book, it's got scare and fear. And if you bring up a romance novel, there's love and maybe jealousy. Well, as you're reading those and watching those and listening to those things, you bring them back to the library, they still hold those emotions. And those emotions inside those materials actually act as a magnet for what's called a burial spirit. They're attracted to that. So those can be specters or phantoms or your regular ghosts, and they inhabit those books. So every night, while you guys are sleeping at home, safe, our crew goes through each book and we scrub all the negativity out of them. And we actually are dimensional escorts. We push the spirits who live in the library onto better places more suited to them, like Walmart or Menards.
Well, definitely Menards. I felt some of that negative energy at Menards. So how big is your crew, and how do you achieve this scrubbing of which you speak?
Well, we've got 3 part-time people who work. We have Libby, Randy, and Joe. They're all ordained as exorcists. So
they look like, they look ordained.
Yep, they know how to scrape the mojo out of the bathrooms very well. And
oh dear.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know there was that much mojo involved.
A lot of exorcisms in the restrooms, I'll tell you that.
What was your latest and greatest bathroom exorcism?
Well, we had one time where we had the toilet off the floor, so it was off the wax ring, so it wasn't functional at all, had no water in it, and somebody proceeded to go into the stall, and well, as your book you were talking about before, he made a poopy.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so I walked in there, so maybe that book inspired him, I don't know, but I walked in there and I turned around and I go, well, that's just fancy. So we had to clean it. That was all 4 of us.
Yeah, I had a lot of hummus that day. I need to apologize. But so, do you find time to sleep between,
Oh, sure.
your other duties?
Oh, sure.
I'm sleeping right now.
Wow. I was wondering how you look so refreshed, and now I know.
Yeah.
So, in addition to this, in addition to your which I can point to, the exorcisms that you do, there we go. It's almost like you're dancing.
Yeah, I am.
You are. Oh.
And there's ghosts. There's ghosts here too.
Where?
Oh my God!
Right there.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
I didn't
gosh.
see that terrifying demon. Is your wall painted with ghosts? Because you keep pointing to the wall more than anything else.
Well, this is the bunker. This is if we'd ever have a zombie apocalypse, this is where I would hunker down.
Do you have room for 2 other people in there?
No, this is about it.
How about 1?
There's enough for me and a refrigerator.
I can fit in the refrigerator.
And I double as a refrigerator.
Emily, if I cut you thin enough, you probably could fit in the refrigerator.
Oh, she is pretty thinly sliced, and I'm cold on the inside because I'm dead on the inside.
Oh,
So
okay.
I plus you can keep meat and cheeses fresh in me.
That's true.
Emily does it all the time.
I do.
She does snack a lot. I'm trying to get her to snack more on the show, but no, she won't. So what do you do besides
What's
being in your bunker?
What's the title all about?
Yeah, what's this facilities manager?
We
And you are a manager, correct?
That's correct. I do manage my time poorly.
Okay, good to
The
know.
facilities manager basically maintains the property, the building, the mechanicals, the controls that control the mechanicals. So people have heard of the HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. That's your environmental controls. So there's the mechanicals, the pumps, and the widgets and the wingdings. And there's the controls that control them. We take care of that, maintain that. So each thing has to be either re-greased or changed over on a routine basis. We also do soft skills like plumbing, usually small or medium-sized jobs, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, engineering, everything. If it's larger, we should contract out to a firm or to somebody who knows what they're doing.
So,
like the roof.
Yeah. So you just handle the thing. You just kind of ad lib everything.
Pretty much. Then we have the soft skills like long-term planning, strategic planning. We'll look into the future, 10, 30, 40 years down the line. What's the library going to look like? What's the library going to need?
Wait, you literally get to look into the future?
We do.
You have an oracle in the bunker?
Yes, we do.
What am I doing
here right now? It's recharging.
Oh, have you ever looked to see what I'm going to be doing in 30 years?
Yeah, it won't show me that. It's only G-rated.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you for acknowledging my hobbies. And I noticed you want to believe. I hadn't noticed that before, right? Wrong way. Other way.
What do you want to believe in?
Yeah, what do you want to believe?
UFOs.
Oh.
That's it?
That's the only thing.
And then there's ghosts and
walls
right now.
and binders.
And directional help. I need directional help, but Skinwalker Ranch, everything paranormal.
I don't even know what that means. What is Skinwalker Ranch?
Oh, that's a ranch in Utah that has a lot of paranormal things going on. Cryptozoology, paranormal, men in black, UFOs, interdimensional portals. Yes.
Is Will Smith there?
What's that?
Is Will Smith there? You said Men in Black.
No, not Will Smith. He was the poorest man in black. Didn't like him.
Well, he got kicked off for slapping people, from what I understand.
That's true.
So, I mean, you also do a lot of other. I mean, I people have seen you probably around the library, but you also. What did you get your degree in? Because you're also great, and I just bring this up with putting up exhibitions that we have at the library. You're instrumental in that as well. You're kind of like the go-to guy for
jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Art administration and English.
Wow.
Yes. And paranormal investigations.
Oh, okay. Was that a minor or was it a triple major?
That was my triple major.
Well,
so talented.
He is very talented, and he looks really nice in black too.
He does.
He does. You look very good today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sleek.
Did you trim your beard, or are you becoming a dolphin?
Yeah. Tell me about it. So I'm wearing it.
Well, I'm wearing black too.
Oh, my goodness. We
Holy
knew we
cow.
were all going to be on camera.
All men in black.
So what do you do when you're away from the library? Like, what's your life like when you're not tending to everything or waiting on a call to come and take care of an emergency here?
Thinking about the library.
Really?
Yes. I literally have no hobbies. I have
none?
None. I have no hobbies at all. I don't, believe it or not, I don't read. I used to. Actually, I do listen to music.
What's your favorite band currently?
Right now, Supertramp.
Wow, just the current hits.
The current ones? Are there current hits?
No, I mean, I was making fun of you
okay.
for being an old man still listening to the Logical song. Breakfast in America, hell of an album when I was in high school. Does it age well?
It does. Those songs are more epic. They have a lot of, they're 6-7 minutes long. You can sit back, enjoy yourself a little drink, little Baileys and coffee, and
a little cream
sit on the porch.
Nice.
I got some sweet little tiki lamps that also are Bluetooth speakers.
There's a tiki bar at your house?
What's that?
There's a tiki bar at your house?
Yes.
Fortunately, I know where he lives.
I do too, because I live close by.
You do.
We got the porch furniture out. The tiki lights are up. Sit back and enjoy the traffic going by and beeping their horn and
enjoy Goodbye Stranger and a tropical drink coming. So can we just stop by? Can anyone stop by anytime?
Sure, but I have a fence and a gate. So you can stop by, but I don't know if you're going to get into the gate.
I have a key and a ladder.
I was going to say, is it an electric fence, though?
No, I have a dog who owns the gate and the fence.
I have raw meat and
a
ladder.
Care.
I have a really big dog that will probably eat your dog.
He won't eat raw meat. Your dog doesn't want steak.
No, he said you will be raw meat. No, he likes steak because I eat raw meat. I eat raw steak.
Yeah, well,
my steak rare. So
just like, I almost said something that needed to play the bumper for, but I didn't. Well, cool. Let's see.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Stacey, can you tell us, what is the grossest thing you've ever encountered within the library as a part of the maintenance team?
believe it or not, has nothing to do with human waste. It has to do with a garter snake eating a mouse live outside.
Ooh,
Was mowing the lawn.
that's fun.
Garter snake was probably as thick as my 3 fingers and about that long, and it was just swallowing the tail. And the mouse you could see the mouse moving inside as he was swallowing it down his, I don't know, long stomach.
We said grossest, not coolest thing.
Yeah.
That was gross. I almost barfed.
That was grosser than the poop?
Oh, poop is nothing. I got 3 kids.
That should be the name of your autobiography. Poop is nothing. The Stacey Bialek story.
I can work at that place called Coldegard. I go, just poop.
Bring me another box. Keep the boxes coming. Just put them on a conveyor belt.
It's like Christmas and birthdays.
You could be the poop verifier. Yep, poop. Poop. What was that?
That's how you open it up. Tim,
like a
Tim, you are that age. You should probably have a colonoscopy or the little guy in the box. You should probably try one of those.
Hey, be quiet, old man. You're older than me. and my doctor would agree with you. And so I randomly said, well, when I turn 60, we'll talk about it. And he's like, why 60? I'm like, I don't know. That's just a number I have in my head when I'll need it. So. Well,
my doctor said I should get a colonoscopy. I said, until you start doing it with a straw and 2 marshmallows, it ain't going to happen. So.
What are the marshmallows for?
Cushion.
Oh. I'm not a doctor. That's my wife. So.
Treats, you never know.
Nom, nom, nom.
That's right.
I have so many questions that I'm not going to ask.
That's right.
Thank you for sharing that, Pallet Jack.
That's why I recommend everybody go and get a colonoscopy when they have the straw and 2 marshmallows.
Wow, look at these library staff. I mean, not only do they want us to be educated and, have information at our fingertips, but they want us to be healthy.
They're looking out for us.
Something.
That's why, Pallet Jack's a great guy.
He is.
I don't believe he's a manager, but he's a great guy. I mean, he goes to the manager's meeting, but I think that's because he brings fudge, right? Don't you bring fudge to every meeting?
Yeah, I bring fudge.
Oh, dear. Oh. I don't know if that was worthy or not, but I really just wanted to play that bumper.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had to. We figured that you were our best shot at playing the bumper, and you have not disappointed.
Thank you.
Can you say what you were going to say before I cut you off?
Oh, you said that I go to the manager's meeting because I bring fudge, and I said, yeah, I bring fudge.
Oh, I thought you were saying something else after that.
Oh, no. I ended it right there.
All right. Well, that's cool. I'll give you another question then. What has been your least favorite task that you've been given to do at Manitowoc Public Library?
Being part of committees. That's my least favorite task.
Meetings.
A great man once said, it might have been Winston Churchill or Thomas Jefferson or somebody like that, said, I've been around the world many times and seen many statues, and there's not one statue out there made out to a committee.
I think that was John Bon Jovi who said that, actually. I'll look it up afterwards and get back to you, but no, I hear what you're saying, but I enjoyed I think when I got to know you probably was when we were on the first floor redesign committee.
Yes.
And while it was a process, I had just really started working here, so it was actually helpful in getting to know the people at the library. And now because of it, I ask you to do all sorts of things that you don't want to do.
Yep. There used to be a process that you actually had to fill out a work permit. Now you just tell me what you want and I will do it when I want to.
Yeah, there's the rub, when you feel like it. But no, all kidding aside, Stacey is great. And for anyone who saw the Away From Home exhibit last year, if it wasn't for Stacey, I don't know if that thing would have happened. It was just,
and Tim, it was a lot of logistics, a lot of engineering. Those are some huge crates we had to get out from point A to point B.
We were relentless. We showed a lot of oomph.
We did.
But do you have another question for?
Well, we wanted to know, what is your most favorite task you've had at the library
besides working with me?
And being on committees.
Wow. No. How diplomatic. Wow. He must be a manager.
What's my most favorite?
Hearing,
just trying to.
Pleasing the other staff.
No, but really, what's your favorite thing?
Doing the EMLs, the safety and security training.
Oh, yeah. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, it's something you've been tasked with, and I'm sure nobody that works outside the library knows about that. So
we have EMLs, or early morning learning sessions, usually about a half hour long, and then late afternoon learning sessions, which of course are LALs, but about a half hour long each. And we go from everything from active shooter training to learning what kind of medical resources we have. We learn about needle safety, bloodborne pathogens, and I try to make it somewhat less boring. Sometimes you can't help but make it boring, but we try to interject something. We do Jeopardy once in a while.
That was fun.
Yep. We'll have Wheel of Fortune coming up.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Do you have to spell well to play that?
No. It's just a matter of being very competitive, getting one word. It's $1,000, and then buying all the vowels. And you're all done.
All right. That's what I'll do. I don't want to let me know when Lynn's taking it, because she's hyper competitive.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd like to enjoy myself and walk away with all my limbs.
She's my benchmark as far as how hard I'd make it.
Well, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
All right. I'm excited about this question.
This is a good one. This is one that when we were putting the guests together, this is something Emily wanted to ask right from the get-go.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've heard that you're a lifetime member of the local motorcycle gang, the Outlaws. Can you tell us about this?
Sure. When I was about 8 years old, we had a motorcycle club. One of their chapters lived in Shoto, where I grew up. And it was headed by a guy named Chief Talaha. I don't know his first name, but they called him Chief. He used to have one of those helmets, no face mask, but the helmet had two bullhorns coming out the side. And they would come by our house, probably 60, 70 plus, the big Harleys. And when I would see him coming or hear him coming, I'd get on my little orange Schwinn with the banana seat and pedal as fast as I can to keep up with him. And Chief would always led. He would slow down, and he'd look at me and always give me the two fingers or the bullhorns, and I always gave it back to him. And then probably a year of pedaling my bike as fast as I could, he stopped one time and gave me one of the patches that said Outlaw, and he told me that I was an official member of their chapter of the Outlaws.
Wow.
I don't know if it still is, but their phrase or their catchphrase was adios, which meant angels die in outlaw states.
Wow.
So they were fighting against.
Is that information we're allowed to know?
Probably not. You'll be dead. You'll be dead in 10 minutes.
Oh God, and he has that portal where he can look into the future so he knows stuff.
I think we need to go on to the next question.
Yeah. Well, actually, the next question moves us into I know we try and make things funky, so
I was funking out there.
Okay, so are you ready for your trivia?
No, I'm not.
You'll be fine.
Yes,
so what it comes down to is, for you, there are 5 questions.
And you need to tell us if it's
conspiracy theory
or a B movie.
Oh, it's all conspiracy. Until it's
I want to believe. I want to believe. Other way. No, still the other. There we go. Oh, kapow! Right in the old noggin. All right, so should I go first, or do you want to go first?
It's up to you. You can go first.
Okay, so I'm going to co-opt this because I'm old, as you said, and blind. Now, this one, you have to identify which way give your answer completely. That's all I'm going to say. The moon landing was fake and filmed at a soundstage in the New Mexican desert. When the astronauts escaped to inform the public, they were hunted down, but one still managed to get through to hold a press conference to alert the public to the situation.
Well, the first part was conspiracy, but I would say it's probably a B movie.
Do you know which B movie to get full credit?
I feel like that would be full credit. But you get
I'm a little harsher than you. This is where we diverge.
Moonfake.
That is the worst title.
Oh,
and
what?
I'm going to give you a boy-yoing, but that isn't your answer. The movie is Capricorn 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it starred James Brolin, Sam Waterston.
Yeah, they were in the desert.
Yeah, and O.J. Simpson. But conspiracy theory is correct, so you get... That is 1.
I feel like he should get a full point because he did.
No, he doesn't get a full point.
Sorry.
I'm giving you a full point. So, and if you get the majority right, there is a prize for you.
Really?
Yes.
Really exciting prize.
A very exciting prize.
All right.
Okay. Question number 2. In an effort to distract the public from an impending revelation that Walt Disney's cryogenically preserved body was stored in Cinderella's castle at Disneyland, the film Frozen contained overt hints of the situation in order to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about Walt Disney's possible Frozen procedure. Conspiracy theory or B movie?
Conspiracy theory.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I like the spring one better. Can you make the spring sound effect for guessing it right?
Yes, that is correct. Hey! Man, I didn't know they had springs that big in the bunker.
All right.
Well, I'm not talking about what you're implying. Don't make me play that bumper again.
I find that I'm more gravitationally pulled down here.
Well, yeah, you're closer to the center of the earth.
That's true.
It just makes sense. All right. The Prince of Wales is related to Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and many royals in Charles' bloodline were known to have the disease porphyria, which is an iron deficiency that causes people to be sensitive to sunlight. Conspiracy theory or B movie?
It's a B movie.
That is incorrect.
Okay, no, I'm confused. Is that the wrong one?
Well, you made me change. You made me change to the spring to the right. So that is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
However, I agree with you. That needs to be a B movie.
I thought the Prince of Wales was Flipper. Am I wrong in that?
Well, he's the King of Wales, I think.
King of Wales. Okay.
Have you ever seen JFK American Badass?
No.
Not JFK, FDR.
No.
It's about how he wasn't really confined to a wheelchair. It stars Barry Bostwick, and he was really hunting Nazi zombies, but they had to throw him off the track. I would look that up. It's on Netflix. Definitely watch FDR American Badass.
There's another movie, too, with Sam Elliott, the guy with the big mustache.
Ooh, yeah, I like him.
The man who killed Hitler and Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie.
Me too.
All right, onward. So you 2 right, 1 wrong.
Yep. All right. A group of campers encountered a half jellyfish, half humanoid alien while on a camping trip. This tall, mushy alien creature is the center of an alien invasion which intends to hunt humans for sport. Locals continued to warn incoming campers, although this falls mainly on deaf ears. Conspiracy theory or B movie?
Conspiracy theory.
B movie.
B movie.
Called without warning.
You can't shake your head in disgust before you hit the button, because now I feel bad before you hit the button. I get like a second and a half of saying, did I get it right? And I already know. What?
Was that better?
Oh, that's better.
So that's a B movie, and what is it called?
Without Warning from 1980.
Without Warning. So you're 2 and 2.
Yep. So you got to get this last.
Got to get this one right for the prize, and here we go. I like this one actually. Mm-hmm. A space object known as the Black Knight satellite circles the planet in low Earth orbit. While vast numbers of the population are convinced that it is an ancient alien spacecraft returning to Earth, scientists refute the claim.
Conspiracy theory. Hey!
That is correct, and you are. Oh, it's always good to catch you dancing. Well, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
And as your prize, I'm going to take us both out of the picture so I can reveal your prize. Don't run away.
Okay.
So I'm taking us out, but you have a can of garbanzo beans.
Yay!
That is correct. Congratulations. And you can come by and stop at our office and pick it up anytime. One more time.
So, do you mush them up into hummus, or do I have to do that myself?
No, you have to make the hummus yourself.
Okay.
We were told that you love hummus, so.
Yeah.
That's what your wife said.
If Tim's nickname is hummus, yeah, I love it.
Aw, aren't you just a doll?
What a sweetheart.
You are a sweetheart. I'm going to switch backgrounds just so that we're not distracted by the swine say or the hummus. It's not hummus, the pre-hummus. So we're going to move on to our last installment with you. And this is... Oh, man.
Oh, beat to that one.
You went the wrong direction. You maybe should have become a dancer.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. Are you?
No,
Is that one of your...
jack.
Pallet jacking. Oh, pallet jack. You've done it again. All right. So there are right and wrong answers to some of these, but there is no prize.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
You only get one can of garbanzo beans. So here we go.
How do we know you are not a robot?
You don't.
Can you flesh that out at all?
I've never used the bathroom in the library in my life. Therefore, you don't know if I'm a robot or not. Robots don't need to use the bathroom.
Lies. Lies.
Yeah, that seems like a lie. But however, I have seen him dancing like a robot.
I would never use the bathrooms that other people use. Or that I had to clean before.
Doesn't that make you... That's how we know you're not a robot.
That's right.
All
No,
right.
I am a robot.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you've never used the bathroom here?
Nope.
Never
Never.
once?
Not even the staff
Never once.
bathrooms?
Not even an emergency. I go to a quick trip.
Wow. That is fascinating.
They always say don't play in the same pool you would swim in.
Well, that's true.
Why are you swimming in the toilet?
Yeah, why are you swimming? Emily brings up a very good point.
This is really getting weird.
I guess the question is, have you gone swimming at the library in the bathrooms?
No.
It sounds like you may have.
No,
I
I haven't.
don't think I believe him.
All right, fair enough. Question 2. What song would make the best theme music for your life?
Oh, darn it. AC/DC, Give a Man a Drink.
Excellent. I don't think we even need an explanation on that one.
Yeah, we really don't. All right. Third question. If you could relive one day of your life, which would it be?
Day I got married.
Aw.
That's
He is a sweetheart.
He is adorable. He is adorable.
Is your wife watching?
Oh, pallet jack.
Just in case.
She could always watch it the archive version. Tell her to stick with it till you give the right answer. All right. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Besides garbanzo beans.
Ham.
Ham?
Really? Pressed ham?
Hillshire ham. No, not processed stuff. Hillshire.
Hillshire pressed hams?
No, not pressed ham. Not processed. Real, right off the pig butt, Hillshire ham.
All right.
Next question. If you suddenly became a giant, what would be the biggest inconvenience?
Tying my shoes.
Not a very limber giant?
Or worse yet, pulling the people out of off the bottom of my shoes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or you could enslave them to tie your shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They might be too
I would have step on them.
All right. Yeah, I get that. I get that. All right. Now, here's the last one, and this is the most important one. If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hope of rescue, who would you rather be stuck with? Emily or Tim?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
No, I would have to say Emily because I can already make myself laugh. So I'd rather have Emily there.
Oh, all right. Duly noted.
Winning so far.
Everyone's picking. I think. Did I get picked at all?
No, and you know what? I honestly didn't think anyone would pick me at all.
Everyone likes you better
I'm very
than me.
self-conscious.
That's what we've learned.
Well, there is that cooking and cleaning thing that she does for everybody, right? Because you're a gal.
Hey, what?
Because you're a gal.
What's that?
I'm so enlightened. That was such a.
Your show is over now, so thanks for coming on, Stacey.
Marianne.
I'm hungry. I'm sick. Go make me food and bring me a blanket.
That's what he says to me in the office every day.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I didn't know Stacey did it too.
Oh yeah, it's nonstop.
He is nonstop.
Men here are horrible.
Nonstop Bialek is what they call him.
Yeah.
Or Pallet Jack.
And Pallet Jack. Okay, I'm going to put a hole in my boat. Am I done now?
Yes. You are done now.
You are released.
Goodbye, deflating Bill. Oh. Wow. That was a little anticlimactic. But thank you so much.
Here, do the spring thing. Oh, I pulled my jack out. Sorry.
Oh,
Pallet Jack.
Pallet Jack. Are you back in, Pallet Jack?
Okay. There we go.
You better?
I'm still off. Oh, no.
No, you're so
there.
We're going to wrap up the show. We're going to say goodbye, but thank you so much for coming on.
Yep.
It was just as wonderful as we thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Can I leave you with a message?
Yes.
For your listeners? Oh, we're at that. Okay, Annie. Wait.
Reading is bacon for the brain.
Reading is bacon for the brain.
Wow.
Yes.
But you said you don't read.
I don't. I love bacon. I try to stick as much of that in my ear as possible.
So you just eat bacon.
Same.
That's the message I learned Emily to.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like bacon.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I think I ate too much as a child.
Maybe it's just the salt that I like.
Yeah.
Bacon, ham, sausages, salt.
Maybe just get a salt lick. And
They
just
make
put that
those?
next to you. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget to pick up your garbanzo beans.
I will. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Right.
I enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming on, Pallet Jack.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, that was swell.
I mean, I was expecting.
That's pretty much the shenanigans I was hoping.
I mean, because that's what it's like when he comes in our office.
Yeah, except a little more sailor talk.
A lot more.
Yeah, so he was actually very good.
Yes.
I guess that's why he's a manager, a fudge-toting manager, from what I understand. So, well, that wraps it up for today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Really, the next time we'll see you is in a month, right?
Yep. May 18th. That's when we're going to finally get back on track with our third Thursday of the month.
Correct.
And we're going to have our youth services manager, Sharon, and Meredith Kaczynski, who is the public services librarian. And they're going to be talking about some summer reading stuff and, some usual funness that we like to have.
Yep. So until next month, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I'm Tim.
And I'm Emily.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.